Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this new video, which is a review slash tutorial slash first impression on the Cristen Eagle II, which I bought yesterday. The Cristen Eagle is a biplane from the late 70s. It was designed by Frank Christensen and made its first flight in 1977. It was first named Cristen Eagle I, then Cristen Eagle II, and now apparently has become the Aviat Eagle II from the mid-90s. It's an aerobatic sporting biplane, tail dragger, built in the United States. Its maximum speed in level flight is 185 miles an hour, which is equal to basically 270 kilometers an hour. Sorry, 296 kilometers an hour. The cruise speed is 165 miles an hour, and that is equal to 266 kilometers an hour. And the stall speed is nearly 60 miles an hour, which is just short of 100 kilometers an hour. It has a tank of 91 liters. Its empty weight is 465 kilograms, and the maximum takeoff weight is 716 kilograms. That's all about the Cristen Eagle. That's how it looks. I would say it's a wonderful, beautiful little airplane. Ailerons, elevator with a trim tab and rudder. Really, really beautiful aircraft. I have never flown this for real, and I've been using this in DCS since a couple of days, and I really love it. I want to see if there is a key combination for smoke. Smoke on and OT. Let's see if I add something. Shift T, Control T. Okay, let's see how that works. Let's add it to voice attack. Let's call this smoke on. That was Shift T. Activate smoke, and that will be various. And the next one will be smoke off. Control F. Deactivate smoke. And category various. Apply. Just want to verify that shift smoke on shift and smoke off control. Perfect. Okay, let's get into the airplane. Activate track IR, zoom in. This is the panel with airspeed indicator 80 miles an hour. Let's remember 58 was the stall speed, 160 something was cruise, maximum cruise was 180 something. And then we have G meter, vertical speed indicator, compass, sleep indicator, oil pressure, oil temperature, manifold pressure, fuel flow, a clock, EGT, RPM, that's all, nothing else. Inside the cockpit we have fuel valve, manual fuel pump, elevator trim, throttle, and then we have pitch control, then we have mixture control, various internal lights, magnetos, battery, spare, I don't know, radio, alternator, the COM radio is down here, amps, and this one is cabin heat, I believe, not sure. Canopy lock mechanism, and that's basically it. Yeah, it looks amazing, isn't it? Wonderful details. So let's close the canopy and lock it. Now it's locked. Now we're going to open the valve, fuel valve, give it a 1, 2. Okay. Put fuel pressure on, then mixture reach, brakes on, battery on. And it's on. First thing, oil pressure, 1000 RPM. Good. Altimeter, let's put it to 0. Alright, altimeter is QFE 0. There is a checklist here, propeller, high RPM, and blah blah blah. Well, I did everything. Before takeoff, we'll see. Now, alternator on, radio on, and that's it. I don't know what that spare is. We'll find out later. Check the amps. Good stuff. We're ready to rock and roll. Brakes off. Taxi is fairly easy, much easier than the Spitfire for those who have that module. Just thinking of another tail dragger that I have. F3. F2. F3. F1. A few other Cristen Eagle, various liveries. Alright, let's stop here. I'm gonna test the governor, 1500 RPM. Low RPM, governor back on, low pitch, 2 times, and I also check the manifold pressure increase, 3 times. Oil temperature, green arc, oil pressure is okay. Now we got the fuel on, canopy closed and locked. And we have mixture full reach, prop low pitch, battery, radio, alternator, we're good to go. Left is clear. Alright. Flight control check. Left, right. Up, down, left, right rudder. Good to go. Trim. I'm gonna put full nose up and then a little bit less. So for the takeoff, it's gonna be full power, and I'm gonna pull back for a few seconds just to avoid pitching over with the power. After 3 seconds, when the airflow will keep the airplane from tilting. Oh, my truck IR is gone crazy. I don't know why. What's wrong with you? Okay, it's back normal. I'm gonna release the bar to mid position. As soon as the airplane lifts the tail, I'm gonna pull back a little and get airborne. And then I'm going to climb at initially 100 miles an hour, and I'm gonna have full power. And then I'll reduce to 25 manifold pressure, 2,500, 2,400 RPM, and 120 miles an hour. All right, let's go. Brake released, pull back, let go, tail is up, and airborne. Okay, pitch for 100 miles an hour. Okay, gonna let the nose go down a bit. Look for 120 miles an hour. Power, Mach 25, RPM 2,400. I'm gonna call this a climb power. Bit of right rudder. Okay, RPM 2,400, Mach 25, and oil temperature, oil pressure, speed, and we're good. Gonna level off here. I will be working at 1,500 feet to start with. The aim now is to fly back to the airport and start some aerobatic maneuvers. So 1,500 feet. And back towards the airport. That's the runway. Keep the altitude. Let's use the runway as an alignment aid to do. Initially we'll do a loop, and I will start loop at 160 miles an hour. Okay, let's begin with the loop. So prop, pull forward. (160 miles an hour). Then aileron roll. Okay. Now Cuban 8, which is 2/3 of a loop, half an aileron roll, 2/3 of a loop, half an aileron roll. Okay, 2/3 of a loop, half a loop. Okay, 2/3 of a loop. Okay. Immelman, half a loop, top, roll. That's an Immelman. Let's do a split S, which is aileron roll, half, and loop. Inverted flight over the runway. F3. F1. F2. F2. F3. Smoke on. Chart. Smoke on. Smoke off. F10. F10. F11. Icons. F11. smoke off. Okay, let's try some touch and goes. I usually approach at 100 miles an hour over threshold at 90 and then touch down at about 70. Smoke off. About 120. That's 100 right there. 110. $95. That's 90. Powered idle. That's it. Control it. Full power. That's it. Alright. That wasn't pretty, but we managed. $120. Turn back on downwind. 500 feet. Stop my climb there. Keep 120. Oil temperature always high. I don't know if that's normal. Okay, turning on base. Reducing speed towards 100. Giving my altitude. Starting to descend and also go towards 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour. $500 feet a minute. Sounds good. Going for 90. That's 90 right there. Power off. Not bad. More power. And we're airborne again. Let's try something else. $160, $170, up. And we're down again. And we're up again. A very unconventional way to land. One, two, three, four. Oops, doesn't seem like it wants to go. Oops, F2. Not nice. It didn't want to roll on the grass. Not my fault, really. Okay, F1. F1. Cockpit. Okay, so how do I open? That's that. That's... How do I open? Okay. All right, let's see if I can jump out. Okay, I did jump out. F3. Well, still beautiful. F2. I wonder if I can open the parachute. Let's try. So quit. Fly again. I'm gonna start it up real quick and take off. So that's that. That's that. Okay. Battery. All right. Let's go. And we're airborne. Let's try to climb as quickly as possible. Escape. See if there is something associated with a parachute. Para. Open. Canopy. No. Cancel. Oh no. F3. F2. F2. Smoke on. Smoke off. Smoke off. I can turn on the smoke, but I cannot turn it off. It's supposed to be Control F. Smoke on. Oh yeah, I see. Supposed to be one is T and the other one is F. I see. That's Y. Delete. And that should do the trick. Smoke off. That's it. Now we got it. So let's try to bail out. Okay, that's it. Now. Nice. Let's eject. Okay. Ooh, we opened the parachute. Bye-bye, little airplane. Okay, we learned something. We can bail out. All right. Sim is frozen. Okay, we're back. And what we can do, we can now do something else, something funny. Let's climb to altitude, then we turn the engine off, and I'll try to land with the engine off. Okay, so we are expert now. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So, battery on. Okay, oil pressure, alternator radio on. locked. Oh, I see that. That's cool. Unlocked. Locked. Right. And trim all the way up minus something. Good. Let's move. F3. F3. F2. F2. I don't know what you think. I think it's lovely and it's a lot of fun. Looks beautiful. Fantastic details. Look at the trim tab. Works so well. So what was the thing? You had to go to some altitude, gain some altitude, and then turn the engine off and try to land this thing. Let's call it 3000, okay? There we go. So, gain some speed. 3000 feet at the airport. Okay, now we are gliding. Trim for 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna call 100 miles an hour the speed I want. It's coming down 1,000 feet a minute, just over 1,000 feet a minute. Not too bad. It's really not going down like a stone, as you would expect from a biplane. We're gonna try to be over the threshold at 90 to 100 miles an hour. We're on base. Turning on final. Keeping 100. Maybe slightly high. Just perfectly fine. Gonna side slip now. side slipping. Okay, put it straight. 100. $90. Touchdown. Little break. Braking gently. All right. Oh, look at that oil temperature. Wow. It's a bit crazy. I don't know if that's real. It's coming back down. Taxi back. Try to park the airplane next to those other Cristen Eagle parked over there. Not gonna go to the grass anymore. We have seen that it doesn't let these aircraft go on the grass. I'll try going on the grass here. Shouldn't be a problem for such a kind of aircraft. No problem. I'm gonna park next to those aircraft. Requires a lot of power to move on the grass. It's probably not realistic. Whoa, okay. Too effective on the brakes. Anyway, let's shut it down here. So first of all, alternator off, radio off. Okay, radio off. And mixture. Nice. And now what we're gonna do, fuel off. Throttle close, trim back to neutral, magnetos off, battery off, and that's it. Here is a little flight with the Cristen Eagle II. Very, very fun module to fly. I'm glad there is a civilian aircraft for DCS World. This is a perfect little thing to practice some real flying with aerobatic maneuvers, touch and goes, some crazy things, flying inverted under a bridge. The limit is just your imagination. I think it's totally worth it. It flies beautifully. I don't know if it's real. I should talk with that friend of mine that has one of these, and I'll let you know in the future. I'll put it in the comment. And that's all, folks. If you like the video, don't forget to put a like here in the bottom. If you like to subscribe to the channel, you get advice for future videos. Other than that, thank you very much for having flown with me today, and I wish you all a very nice day. Bye bye.